Welcome. As the hype around AI, and especially generative AI and agentic AI, continues, we pause to bring a different perspective and allow you to decide around the emerging realities. Please come and enjoy. AI responds to the business realities. We have seen investment bubbles and hype before, and we see aspects again around AI and especially generative AI and agentic AI. We do a quick reminder on the business realities for context in this session. Business responds to drivers of markets, customers, costs, and governments, mainly through regulatory. Incumbency and vested interests are also significant, as can be the environment at times. Business uses a series of responders for managing outcomes. Business basics which apply to AI. One additional reminder around business basics is given for context, because we see these overseen within investment bubbles. The context is the need for sales, cash flow management, services and offerings which customers need. What are we seeing within AI? There is a lot of hype around AI, generative AI, agentic AI, imaging, chatbots, robotics, and other AI types. From predictions of the end of the world to utopias and anywhere in between, there is a regular diet of hype and AI predictions. As with other technologies and business changes, there are investment bubbles with lags in regulatory and compliance, shakeouts in the incumbency, and new businesses coming to the fore. These excesses face the proven pragmatic, practical which prevail. What we are seeing includes many AI types adopted by business, from entry into countries with facial recognition matching, the customization of adverts to users, robotics in manufacturing and agriculture. We see the application and integration of AI with business returns being realized. Returns still to emerge from generative AI and agentic AI. While there is a lot of talk about business transformation, cost savings, productivity gains, the reality is that the massive investments in generative AI and agentic AI are still to be returned. AI type integration to be addressed. Rather than a type of AI giving returns, it is the need to integrate AI types together for business operations with inclusion within applications and devices rather than standalone is where the returns are seen and is still to be realized. Simply put, generative AI seldom works well with other AI types and applications, creating a business opportunity. Data issues to business and AI. The reality is that no data equals no AI, and bad data equals bad AI. The business issues around data, its sovereignty, the supply, the continuity, the access, and the leakage of data is a major issue impacting the take-up of AI, especially generative AI and agentic AI. Addressing data with its nuances is an opportunity. People take up and impacts. People need to be taken on the journey around the use, adoption, adaptation, and implementation, from peer pressure to fear for jobs to reluctance to use. A range of factors are at play. Again, another opportunity. Please remember, it is the human factor. Managing the unknown and the unexpected is required for AI. Opportunities around AI. There are a range of factors impacting the application of AI, with investment and opportunities in key areas of data centers, the management, provision, and servicing, especially the sovereign risk. From the investments planned in the USA, to measures in the EU, to sovereignty issues in China, to identified needs in countries like Australia and India, the reality is that data centers are impacting the application of AI. Data centers are an investment opportunity as well. Data, the sovereignty of data, the provision of data, the access to data, the continuity in data, including quality, the supply of data, and the leakage of data all need to be addressed for the use and application of data. This is for both business and AI-enabled business, and for the different types of AI, as well as the integrated application of AI. From data quality to data analysis, there are a range of opportunities to be realized. Algorithms and LLMs. A country, a state government, a council, a business, an agency, or an organization needs control of the LLMs and algorithms, which impacts its operations. Ownership of the outcomes from AI is required, with assurance of performance and operations. This control of algorithms and LLMs is a business management issue, as well as requiring risk, audit, assurance, regulatory compliance, legal, and other business areas. Risk management, as with other areas of a business, is the need for risk management of AI and the business outcomes. Of particular note is the vendor dependency risk, which comes from the use of AI, whether it is for data provision, the algorithms and LLMs, or the services provided. Technology risk, data risk, people risk, project risk, transformation risk are part of the required management, with sovereign, strategic, market, and operational risk. People. The need to take people on the journey around AI with skilling, ability to do, training, how to do, with support and mentoring, managing the workforce transition, readiness, and sustaining business through the transition. This includes working across agencies, vendors, customers, and channel partners. This provides a range of opportunities. Addressing these areas and realizing the related opportunities is part of achieving the outcomes from AI. Emerging and next generation of AI, algorithms, LLMs to address. Within the current AI, especially generative AI and agentic AI, is a varying approach. One style is the ever increasing larger and more complex LLMs using more data and resources in a one-size-fits-all approach, but with diminishing returns. The other approach is of smaller models using specialized data with data equivalency validation to meet specific needs, and is about fragmented and specialized solutions. Beyond other considerations like energy efficiency are a series of impacts driving a new generation of algorithms and LLMs, including but not limited to integration of AI types. The need to integrate different types of AI for business outcomes. changes to the design, operation, testing, and assurance is evolving. Application of quantum, from managing security to performance to state management of processing to the derived and blended data in both interim and final states, a new approach to algorithms and LLMs for quantum computing is emerging. Safety, security, regulatory. Demand for security services increasing with the use of AI, not diminishing. The regime for safety, from protection of children to operational safeguards, are also strengthening, and regulatory and compliance requirements will emerge. Beyond the operational changes, the need for algorithms and LLMs which are secure and enable security are required. From defense to financial services, across utilities and food, through to entertainment and social services, a revised regime with new approaches to algorithms and LLMs is emerging. Specialized and fragmented. Business experience shows that a one-size-fits-all approach seldom works. Already we see the fragmentation and specialization of algorithms and LLMs, and the trend is set to continue. This provides a range of business opportunities. Device and application embedded. While some standalone AI is set to continue, the expectation is that more AI is used but is embedded within devices and applications which are used for business. A different approach to algorithms and LLMs is emerging to meet this need. Sovereignty and control. From data centers through data, across LLMs and algorithms, as well as vendor dependency, the need for management of sovereignty and control is bringing changes to AI. Driven by politics, economic considerations, and vested interests, sovereignty and control will see revised AI solutions and approaches. The opportunity to revise, extend, and develop a set of new LLMs and algorithms to meet the emerging needs. From research through testing and commercialization, opportunities await. The focus, skills, and expertise for AI. The hype around AI is often complemented by some realities to address. These include, but not limited to, engagement with information at hand. With greater use and application of AI, often from mobile devices, the need for engagement with others is reducing. From declining engagement in lectures at universities through to less office interactions in business, there is a need to enable and facilitate engagements and interactions. Analysis and critique for knowledge. The use of AI brings revised skill sets and expertise, an increase in the professional skills, people management, financial management, vendor management, relationship management, strategy and planning, risk management, project management, problem solving, management of change in the business, management of ambiguity, governance, compliance management, cross-disciplinary collaboration, ethics and communications and presentation is required. Addressing the ability to analyze and critique for AI outcomes is also necessary. AI dependency can impact the users. The need for revised skills with ability to analyze and critique brings a revised approach to skilling, the ability to do, and training, the how to do, at all levels of education. Capacity and capability to craft and shape for adoption and adaptation. AI can be used in capacity and capability building for use and operation of AI, but crafting and shaping the capacity and capability of a business and its people is part of the adoption and adaptation of AI. Awareness, context, dependencies. AI is currently yet to manage, understand, and be able to integrate and act upon awareness of a situation, the context of the work, and the relationships and dependencies. These skills and expertise remain within the human factors and are required for business operations and services. Managing these is part of people risk. Human factors with emotions and logic, with uncertainty and unpredicted. The AI hype, whether it be around the demise of roles or business cost savings, often overlooks the human factor within operations and services. The unknown, the uncertainty, and the unpredictable is still to be part of AI, but businesses are tasked with managing these. Please feel free to seek more details on these, how to address, and AI-based solutions for managing. Strategic areas for sustainable, successful AI. Realizing the returns and benefits from AI for an individual, team, a business, or a country is about an emergent behavior and outcome. There is a need for AI-related activities and management to take and focus on an emerged behaviors approach, e.g., integration of AI types. Other strategic areas which are opportunities include protecting sovereignty without splintering. Whether it is data centers, data, algorithms and LLMs, or assurance and risk management, there is a need to protect interests and management of sovereignty. The challenge is to achieve these without splintering the benefits of AI and shared data. From defense considerations to the storage of national critical data, sovereignty is a current and strategic issue to be addressed. Sovereignty and assurance of data supply and use. Data is needed for AI. From countries to businesses, there is a need for sovereignty of data as well as assurance of the supply and use of data across the stakeholders. This is no trivial issue, but is important for the realization of returns as well as for protection. Ownership, risk, dependency management. Sovereignty requires ownership for resolution and management, as well as management of risks and dependencies. This is but one example of a regime required for AI. While AI can assist and is part of the regime, AI is still to be able to address ownership, manage risk, or identify and handle dependencies. Businesses are tasked with assurance and oversight of such a regime for outcomes and returns. Regime for safety, security, protections, or regulatory. Similarly, a regime for safety, security, regulatory, and compliance, as well as protection of a business, its customers, and its staff and stakeholders is required. Again, AI is part of the regime, but the regime depends heavily on the human factor. These strategic areas are either risks or issues, with some impacting now as well as ongoing. Resolution is part of achieving the required returns and benefits. AI is delivering business benefits. It is in the areas of generative AI and agentic AI where the hype bubble is mainly seen, with returns yet to be realized. The opportunity is for a new generation of AI algorithms and LLMs to address business proven pragmatic practicalities, which really do apply human behaviours rather than the current hype. This approach is a change in the AI race, from competing in an area of expected limited returns on investments to realizing opportunities based on a smarter, more efficient and sustainable solutions. Thank you for your time. May this post have brought a different perspective to AI, including generative AI and agentic AI, as well as helping with the hype. Please feel free to like, share and comment.